What's up, DTG Masters YouTube community? Welcome back. This is another video, short and sweet. I see a lot of people asking about, well, what's diluting 1:1, 1:1, 1:1.5. So I'm going to take a quick moment, explain to you, because I'm about to make a new batch for myself. Right here is the ingredients, and there's one item in this video that you're looking at that I've added in for questions, maybe curiosity. In the link of the description of this video, you're going to see what that is. But for now, let's get rid of that and let's get right into it. So here's what we're gonna do. I need to make more Pretreat. This is my personal favorite. Right here, the Firebird Gen 3 FBX optimized. I use an Epson F2100, so there is Epson optimized. I don't know what that means. But I do notice a difference. I don't know what they're mixing in there. This is, and the link will be in the description for you, this is an uncut bottle, non-diluted. A lot of people sell it where it's pre-mixed. To be honest, that's fine. Everybody needs to make money, especially those that have it readily available. Good on them. But this is undiluted. I'm going to dilute it, and I'm going to show you how to dilute it. You're going to need the Pretreat. This is a 2.5 gallon jug. It's pretty big. And then you're going to need some distilled water. It doesn't matter what kind of brand. Distilled, what it does is it doesn't leave behind residue on the shirts. It helps with no box on the shirt. Everybody knows what that is. If you don't, you should do some research, help understand what we're working on, because there's a science. So distilled water, doesn't matter the brand, and the Pretreat solution. And then what I do is I go to the store and I buy a jug of milk. This is one of those glass jugs, right? And it comes with different color caps based on what you get. I use the color coat cap from my own personal logging of mixture ratios, but it doesn't really matter. And then you can cut a hole in the top and put your hose in there for the Pretreat machine, and now you've got an easy dishwasher safe. This is a 1/2 gallon. And usually for me, that's about a day's worth of shirts. You can mix more or make it bigger, but we're going to basically mix both of these solutions, the Pretreat and the water, using a measuring glass, and we're going to make the Pretreat solution. So I'm going to clear my workspace here, and we'll get right into it. All right, so a 1:1 ratio is basically for every, for example, 4 cups of Pretreat, you're going to do 4 cups of distilled water, and you're going to combine it and mix it into the jug. All right, so if it's 1 to 1.5, you would do, I believe, 4 cups of Pretreat to 6 cups of distilled water. I have found that there is a spot between 4 cups of Pretreat to 3 cups of distilled works very well. Also, up into including 4 cups of Pretreat to 4 cups of distilled. So somewhere in there, you should be able to find your happy spot on being able to save money, number one, because you're not using 100% Pretreat, which is going to go further. Mixed with the distilled water, it isn't as, how do I say it? It spreads it more evenly across the shirt. And when you press it out, it doesn't leave a box. A lot of people hang dry overnight. I would not recommend that. Personally, I have found that it leaves stains in boxes. So generally what I do is I will mix the Pretreat, spray the shirt, no more than about 5 minutes, and it goes straight to the press, and I'm pressing it out at 320 degrees at 20 PSI for 60 seconds. On whites, I reduce it down to 315 degrees at 20 PSI for about 40 seconds, and that eliminates the box that shows up from sunlight that I've been hearing about. We don't have that issue, but that is probably because we change it. We're not, quote, scorching the shirt. So here we go. Take the lid off, right? And you basically just go ahead and you mix the Pretreat. I always like to do the Pretreat first, so that when I mix in the water on top of it, it's kind of force mixing it. It probably doesn't matter, I'm just OCD like that. Leave in the comments or the description if you do this with any other pre-treats that work similar. And actually, for me, this pre-treat mix that I'm doing here works for us, and we have a rather good feedback ratio from our customers, and 99.9%. I haven't received any negative feedback in a year. So I believe that we're doing something right, and the customers are always coming back buying more. So here's what I've done. I've mixed in 4 cups. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do this with one hand, is I'm going to open this up, and we're just going to pour this in, right? Tell me when to stop. Sorry for the shaking, I'm trying to hold this thing. All right, here we go. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Stop, stop, stop. All right. Okay, now we're going to mix this in, and it should go almost to the top. Oh my gosh, are you cringing right now? It works though. You're not wasting it. This is a real deal. We go to the top, and it almost all goes the fuzz. You gotta wait for the foam. So we'll be right back when this foam goes away. All right, I've waited long enough. I think we'll be able to get the rest of this in. And there it is. That is 1-to-1 ratio. 4 cups pre-treat in a half-gallon jug. 4 cups water. Put the lid on. Shake vigorously, right? And then you put it in your pre-treat machine. I'll show you here that in a second how I do it with mine. And then off to print you go. Okay, so you're gonna see here that I've got the bottle, the jug, and in the background I've got this hose, and I've gone ahead and I've cut a hole in the cap, right? And then you just put the hose in and up you go. Clicks right in. I have a little marker cap too. And then there you go. That is your pre-treat in a jug. And then for me, I just move it out of the way, right? Hopefully this video is not too shaky. More informative than anything else. And now you got your jug back there that's sealed, so nothing funky's getting in there. And then you're gonna go and purge whatever machine you have. You could probably do bigger jugs. I like to keep it at a half-gallon at a time. And before each time I spray, every day, you always purge the line and reshake the jug. Don't forget to do that. So if you have any comments or questions, put it in the description. I appreciate you watching. And thanks for watching the 1-to-1 dilution of the Firebird FBX Gen 3 with non-distilled water.
Thank you.